My name is Eileen Collier. I'm a former radio personality and program director over 20 some odd years in radio and entertainment. I am now a full-time entrepreneur. Yes, I am excited about it. I teach, coach, train on business practices, business skills, leadership skills. I am a speaker, and I also train people how to make money online leveraging a third party. So I'm having an awesome time. Awesome time. So listen, I wanted to make sure that I came on every day. Hey, sir, how are you? I wanted to make sure that I came on and just imparted some value. I felt that all of what I have acquired and learned over the years, I would be doing myself a disservice if I just kept it to myself. So I decided, let me come out and go ahead and share this information with you. Over the years, I have had the extreme pleasure of working with a lot of up-and-coming artists, management, record executives, promoters, all of that. So I have seen quite a bit. I've seen the ups and downs, the goods and the bad, where it comes to management. So I wanted to share that with you, okay? First of all, when I left radio last year, I thought maybe I would throw my hat in the ring and become an artist manager. But I quickly found that, okay, no, I don't want to do that. I think that I would provide more of a service if I was just a consultant. So people come and they hire me, run things past me, want me to sit down with them, kind of strategize and get them up and going. So that works better for me. So as far as management is concerned, some of the things to look for in a manager. First of all, you want to make sure that your manager has some connections. Oh, man, let me tell hey, how are you? I'm glad you could jump on. Yeah, I am having so much fun right now. Let me tell you how God is. And if you guys are not religious, okay, just hang on for a second. But let me tell you how good my God is. You never know what he has in store for you. So he pushes you out of a situation when you have become complacent so that you can move on to bigger and better things. He has so much more in store for you and planned for you. You don't even really know what his plan is for you. So when he makes that move and he pushes you out of your comfort zone, you just be ready for the shift. And that is what I've been doing, shifting. All right, here we go. Now, so as far as managers, you need to make sure that this potential manager that you're looking at has some connections, that they have some type of influence, because this manager is going to be one that's working on your behalf. So if he or she doesn't know anything and they don't know anybody, how are they going to work in your favor? Okay, so make sure that they have some really solid connections, that they haven't burned a lot of bridges along the way, because they are going to be out representing you. So you got to make sure that if this is somebody that is going to represent you, that they are a really valuable and viable mouthpiece for you. Okay, this manager needs to have some business savviness. Again, they're going to be working on your behalf. Yes, you got to research. That's super, super important. Research these people that you are going to potentially do business with. They've got to have business savviness, because they will be negotiating on your behalf. So they need to know what they're looking at. They need to know what to ask for. They need to know how to speak intelligently. You don't want a manager going in there, look here, so when they gonna get paid, how much you get? Who wants that speaking on their behalf? I wouldn't. You shouldn't either if you're a reputable artist. All right, y'all, my nose is right. It's cold in here. Excuse me if I snip. All right, excuse me. It's just us talking, so all right. This potential business manager needs to be organized. Organized. Did I say that they need to be organized? Because here's the thing. If they have some contracts coming in and then this contract needs to be done next week, they need to be able to know where that contract is next week so that they can follow up on your behalf. You don't want stuff slipping through the cracks because your manager, the person that you had entrusted to handle your business, is not on top of things. So this person needs to be organized. And like we said, do your research because this person needs to have integrity. You've seen all of these reports and stories in the news how these artists have just lost because their business manager has robbed them blind. That's because they did not do enough research and their business manager did not have that integrity, and it was like in it for them. These are some things you got to look for because keep in mind, when you align yourself with a manager, you're paying them. They become your employee. Contracts are usually the average for a manager is usually anywhere between 15-25%. On an average, it's about 25% of your pay. Okay? So you got to make sure if you're going to pay somebody, you want to pay the right person and somebody that is of quality. Okay? Now, what is this manager supposed to do for you? This manager needs to create opportunities on your behalf. Now, if you personally are going out booking all these gigs for yourself and you're just telling your manager what you have done, you need to fire that manager because he's not doing anything for you. And I keep saying he, but it could be a she, and I'm just using he as a general term. Okay? But that person is not doing anything on your behalf. You should not be the only one that's going out getting opportunities for you. Your manager should do that as well. Let's back up. When you find a manager, y'all need to sit down. You need to sit down and talk about what your goals are. What is it that you're trying to achieve in your career? Where are you trying to go? Do you have any aspirations? Is there like an event that you really want to be a part of? If so, you tell your manager go out there, get to work and try to make that happen. All right? They need to create opportunities for you. Your business manager needs to negotiate on your behalf. They're out there creating opportunities for you. They already have your calendar. They know when you're available because you guys are in regular communication. So when an event comes up, they already know how much you charge for a gig. And then they negotiate that with the powers that be of that event and work everything out and then come back and tell you are booked for next Friday, 5 o'clock, whatever. Okay? That's how that works. They need to be able to negotiate on your behalf. And then the managers need to get to the event before you. Get to the event before you and then make sure that everything is set up the way that it needs to be for your performance. So that if that means that you need one cordless mic and you need 3 background vocal mics, your manager needs to be there ahead of time to let the people know exactly what it is that you need. So if they need to go and get something, it's not a surprise when you get there for your sound check or for the performance. Okay, so now if you got a manager that is not time conscious, is always late, you need to fire that person. I'm telling you, you need to fire that one and get another one. They need to be time conscious so that they can get there ahead of time and make sure that everything is set the way that you need to have it set for your performance. And they need to get your money at the event. If your manager is not there at all at any of your performances, you don't have a manager. You just got somebody that, I don't know what you call them. Nothing. Fire. Yeah. Fire them. And say it's all in love. It's all in love. But you're just not working for me. I need somebody that's going to work on my behalf. But the manager should be the one that gets your money at the event. If that promoter says that they're going to pay you, then you shouldn't be the one that's running around there for the promoter if you have a manager. Okay? So the manager gets some money and then they bring it to you. And if you have a band, then you pay the band after you've seen it. Okay? Yes. I will have to rewind because everybody and their mother's daddy started calling as soon as you got started. It'll be on the replay. You'll see it on Periscope replay for the rest of the day, and then I will put it on my blog, okay? All right, so now, do you actually need a manager? Let me tell you. Like you already know, I worked at radio for a while. And I had a lot of local and regional people coming to me wanting to get their music played on the air, both R&B and gospel, and even when I was APD for the hip hop station. Okay. If you don't have a hit on the radio, if you just occasionally gig around town, do you need a manager? What you think? Yes or no? I want to see. Y'all tell me. Yes or no? Okay, yeah, slow no. No, you don't. You don't. No. You don't. If you don't have a whole lot of business, you don't need a manager. Again, you're paying them. Keep that money for yourself. You need to be conscious of your money. Conscious of your money. You are throwing away money. Remember that your manager has to get paid. If they're going to do some work, they have to get paid. And until you have more work than you personally can handle, don't get a manager. Don't get a manager. If they're your friends and they just want to help you out, unless they have influence and a whole lot of connections, they're not your manager. They're just a friend helping you out. But you could do all of that yourself. Let me tell you, because I ran into so many people saying that they had managers, and then because they thought they had a manager to work on their behalf, they became this prima donna. Nobody want to work with a person that has a big head, and y'all just on the regional level. You're not there yet. When you become national, then okay, let's talk. Let's talk about getting a true manager, but not somebody that's starting out just like you. Then y'all just kind of building things together, okay? But I want you to make sure that you're conscious of everything that you're spending, the money that you're spending. You're an independent artist. You're already on the shoestring budget. I already know. You pay for studio time. You pay for the mixing and the mastering and all of this, and now you're ready to gig and get some money. So no, you do this on your own. Let me tell you a quick way that you can be your own manager, and nobody has to know. You can talk on your own behalf because you're on the phone. Do people really know what you sound like on the phone? Be your own manager. Hello, I'm calling on behalf of Pastor Everett McBee. And then be your wife. Your husband. Yes, I'm calling up here. Yeah, I'm telling you. Y'all better be creative. You're creative individuals anyway with your music. Better be creative with your business and get it done. Get it done. You know what you are worth. And you know what you can start with. And you know when you come and show up, you better be ready to deliver the goods. Make sure that the promoters get what they pay for. But you don't really need a manager at this beginning stage in your career. You really don't. You can negotiate your own deals. You can go out there and mix and mingle to try to make some opportunities for yourself. Even if you're in the beginning and no one knows you, you may have to volunteer your services sometime so that people can see that you can do what you say that you can do. And then after then, you can start getting the paid gigs. But then you can negotiate it yourself. You can get paid yourself. Don't go in at an event needing all these things. You need a private dressing room and you need some fruit and some water. Bring your water yourself. Bring your own towel and go sit over there when you finish. Because people will then want to demand you more if they see that you're easier to work with. Okay? So until you have more work coming in than you can handle personally, you don't need a manager. Okay? But when you start getting all of that work that's coming in because you're an awesome artist, then you look for that good manager that has connections and influence, someone that is a savvy business person, that can speak well on your behalf and represent you well, that has integrity and that is organized. And then that person will go out and create some awesome opportunities for you. They'll negotiate on your behalf. They'll get to the gigs before you. Make sure everything is set up. And they'll get your money and be able to pay the band for you. They'll handle your business. Is this good? Is this good? You know, because look, I'm telling you, I've run into some people who said that they were managers and they could not put two words together. So, and I told the artist, look, that is, don't you, that's not your manager. Tell them. That is not your manager. Yes, it is. Listen to me. That is not your manager. I'm telling you, I am here. My purpose is to empower other people. I found that is my sole purpose on this earth. I did that for 20 years on the radio. I inspired and empowered people. And now that I am in this place, I can share all of that information that I gained with you now. And so we're doing it here. Again, if you want me to coach you one-on-one, feel free to reach out. Look, my services are available.